After 3 sets of 2-0s between these two teams, we finally got ourselves a third map. Basically, it's just been VERTEX dominated Derby. Now, Rooster has snapped back, and it's just been 16-8, 16-8s all along, with both these maps going in the VERTEX and Rooster's favour. Now, you got Overpass here, and how's Overpass going to turn out, Brett? What do you reckon with Overpass?
Well, it all depends on what teams are going to turn up. You know, obviously we see the knife round, so it's going to be crucial to start on that CT side. But with the way that things just went, Rooster just annihilated that knife pick. So you would think that they start on the CT side, but with the way that we've seen things go so far in this best of three, you start on the T side, you've picked up 11 rounds, and that goes for both teams on their own map pick. So, you know, how this one turns out, well, I guess only time's going to tell, but, you know, I'm sure VERTEX are going to look to turn in what they would put as probably disappointing, to say the least, on Inferno to only picking up 8 rounds.
I don't know. I think at this stage, I think if VERTEX get 11 rounds on that T side, I think I'm just going to do a shoey, but of course, I don't... with a soft beverage, of course, but yeah, I don't think any team's getting 11 T rounds on Overpass. That would be quite an effort. It's a very CT map, CT heavy map, but I don't think any team's going to get 11 rounds on that T side, and that's a bold call being made by me as we get into that pistols. Gotta say, VERTEX could be hidden at A site, given the flashes and smokes that they have, as well as the Molotov. Actually, they could be hidden the B site too, because that Molotov could be for Toxic, but I have a feeling they're hitting the A site with the utility they've got.
Yeah, well, you can already see 3 people pushing up towards long right now. They'll obviously clear out the top of bathrooms and whatnot. Rack them over towards the back of Monster, just seeing if anybody from VERTEX is going to push out. But as we can see, nothing pushing out just yet. And still got PZ just below the ladder end. But I think they're just taking their time and, you know, trying to come up with a pistol round win, obviously to start on the T side.
They've got that connector presence. That's the big thing about T side rounds, is getting that connector presence. ASAP could be caught here. He's going to check if it's B or not. He could be caught because that flashbang's coming out. But ASAP, exactly, gets caught there, but does a bit of damage. Rackham has got a lot to do. Needs to get a 1-tap. They've actually self-flashed themselves as well. 80k on the other end. I think they're going to get in here, VERTEX. Dedic trying to push them away. But nah.
Not shot there by TJP, but there was essentially 4 players from Rooster there that were committed to the B bomb site, and it was, you know, VERTEX just to take it away. He's going to get triple peaked, and there we go. VERTEX is going to pick up the pistol round here in map number 3, and this again, it's not for all the marbles, but the winner will go on to face in the upper bracket, and of course the losers will be fighting for what will be their close qualifier tournament life. Whoever loses this one will go on to play the loser of the Greyhound and Encore game.
Yep, 1-0 for VERTEX. And actually, might need to prepare my shoe later, because VERTEX only need 10 more rounds to get 11. I don't think any site's going to get over 11 on Overpass. Meanwhile, Rooster just rushing down long, hoping to catch the player at Playground, which is going to be Brace. Brace could be looking towards long. Well, they heard the movement, and great work by Hazza. Great coverage. And it's just up to TJP with a Zeusy. And I think at this stage I might just head towards A.
I know the Zeus is cool to get a Zeus kill and all that, but I mean, there's no real, I guess there's no real need for it, because you're only investing in what you got out of it. I'd rather get a USP kill and get $300. But, you know, look, each their own. Like I said, it is cool to see, but I don't think there's going to be too much of happening on this one, as he looks to go long range, and he does take down Addict, and now the jig is up. They know where he is, and again he'll get triple peaked, but not before he found Hazza. So, and they're going to actually drop a Galil.
Yeah, I was going to say, actually, TJP did a lot more damage. I think TJP's letting them know as well. I wouldn't be surprised if that little shadow there's from TJP letting them know, be like, hey, what's happened, mate? I think it's probably going to be between TJP and Addict. I'm going to say the band is going on at the moment. But good start. Here comes the big round, of course, which is going to be the gun round. So 80k taking down Monster, spraying through the smoke. Doesn't do any... Actually, no, clips Hazza, but Hazza They're just playing a passive sort of presence. ADK playing anti-flash. And I think this could be a B hit, actually, given the fact I've seen no presence towards A. So Rooster's got that information now. Malta running through scene 2. It's captured, caught ADK, completely unaware. And Addict and Malta just broke open that site, and that's a safe call right away from Rooster.
Well, if they keep this up, you might just might start getting that shoe ready.
Oh, I'm just gonna say, I think that round is just, it's one of those rounds where none of your CT players hold anything. I mean, I think both Rackham and ASAP must have been flashed because neither of them saw Malta or heard Malta charge in, and ADK. I'm not sure what ADK was thinking if he was coming through Monster. He's trying to focus on that, but no one really covered his 6. And basically after that, when Malta had caused all the disarray, Addict just went nuts, and they just couldn't trade Addict out.
Yeah, right. Looks like the bomb does go off. Addict is going to go down to the bomb, so that's an AK loss. And I'm surprised he didn't.
No. They got rid of that Mac 10. Malta picked up the weapon.
Oh, okay. Oh, there you go.
Yeah. That was deliberate. I think it was deliberate to get rid of that Mac 10.
Yep.
Yeah, because I noticed right away, I'm like, oh, Addict went down. We should have gone further back. Then I'm like, wait, they have a Mac 10. They just want to get rid of it.
Yep. It probably would have been decent in a round like this because you've only got 2 rifles that were saved over in Nedic and TJP, and the rest are on pistols. They've got, okay, so TJP and Nick, they both got head armor, but for Rackham, who's in fact in a takedown, has a ADK going to deploy a smoke, but yeah, I would have thought that maybe would have kept that Mac 10 and just use it as somewhat of a freebie, but anyhow, nonetheless, but an early entry kill from Rackham with that deagle as Malta does get that trade onto ADK, so back to a 4-on-4 situation. Yeah, look how far.
They've actually got Netic.
Yep.
They've actually got Netic in a really, really good location at that moment. Like he can, if he hears any steps, he can relay to him, hey, they're switching over to A, hey, they're switching over to B. Yep. So they can use this gamble stack relatively effectively.
Yep. Race coming down from the ladder. That's going to be needed to find one as Addict can also jump off the ladder, and that's going to be a little 1-for-1 trade. He'll on his way back up the ladder, and again, you look at VERTEX. Look how far they are spread out across the map. Just trying for those informational plays, and they've got to be careful because if Rooster double up on them, they put themselves in a really tricky situation. But I think PZ is going to be the one to watch here as he spots the jumping Deagle player, and that was Rackham, but it's going to be ASAP. So TJP should be on the B bomb site by himself. He is, and it's going to be Addict to take him down. So Addict is looking for the quad kill now. He's in a 1-on-2 situation. Smoke is down. One player still towards heaven. Waiting to peek out just yet. There is a nice kill. There goes Rackham. So
I'm going to say we've PZ there. That's the example of the black bars creeping in there. He can't see that. He couldn't see ASAP at long because he's playing on a different resolution. That punishes him there. It's the only reason why he didn't see him, because basically ASAP would be invisible to his field of view. Well, not invisible, but wouldn't see him. And I'm going to say PZ just... it wasn't really PZ's fault there, but I'm going to say good retake. TJP effectively as well, getting that spray down, making sure it wasn't a 2v3 on the site. But great round by Addict as well. In that scenario, gets the bomb planted, takes down TJP, especially when TJP's been on such a tear. And Rooster get the first round, good retake, good 2v1.
Yep. So 3-1 in the way of VERTEX. TJP already down to half HP, courtesy, I believe, of a grenade towards the fountain. But look how far he's pushed up, and Hazard needs to be careful. If Hazard doesn't clear this out, it's going to be a free kill to TJP, and I'm sure he'll love to get that kill and then just fall back, and he does an immediate Nedic. He's going to take down Hazard. Now the smoke, and it's a free kill, but Addict coming in from the connector finds not one, but he finds 2 in TJP and Nedic. Meanwhile, Malta towards Monster is going to find 1, so 3 quick kills going back in the way of VERTEX. And Rooster, the city players, they are starting to group up right now towards the truck. Want to be at the dumpster, and it looks like they're just going to See if they can hold off this A bomb site hit. Bank and truck. Bank and truck. Addict.
That bomb is actually going towards B. I think it's a trap there because they've gamble stacked A, but
Yep.
bomb's actually towards B. They're actually going through monster at the moment.
Yep. And that's a good play from Addict, to push up there. And the fact that he finds one, although it was immediately traded out, gives the information to Vertex to say, well, they both stacked A. They don't need to do anything silly. B was wide open. That it was. PZ gets the final kill. And 4-1 as Vertex, once again on their T side start. They've managed to put a little bit of breathing room between themselves and Rooster. And it's going to be... ASAP's already bought. I dare say this is going to be a buy because Rackham's got 72.50 now. He's got a choice to make. Does he drop an M4? I think he did.
Yeah, they've got a buy. They've got a buy. They can have a few MP9s and a lot of utility. So they've got a buy here as well. I think they mismanaged their economy a bit in the previous round. It's not as bad as it could be at the end, but they've got a good decent buy here as well. Also, I've got to say, with Vertex, good to see PC recovering from that round before, where basically getting killed comedically by ASAP due to not being able to see to his sides due to the resolution. But I guess overall, great round by Vertex, especially to be hit. I'm going to say Malta, especially as well, the lurk player in Malta, catching 80k, I believe, about to rotate towards A to reinforce it.
Yep.
Now that's some crucial timing, and that takes a lot of practice to nail those timings on when players and teams are going to rotate and not look at you. And that's a perfect example of it, perfect crunch timing as well. And we're going to get back into the round. Also, going to say, Rooster have been doing this really early aggression where they take beyond Fountain control as well, which is, caught Hazard obviously off guard. Obviously, didn't impact the round, but that's another thing I like about Rooster as well, the aggressiveness to control A that deep.
Yep. Yeah, it was definitely crucial. So he comes in, has it down to 67, Addict down to 64 as well. So a big nade in the grand scheme of things, but it's not going to matter. Hazard's going to take down ADK. You've still got ASAP from behind the pillar. A little bit of a nuisance. Nearly gets the kill onto. I'm not sure that was Addict or Hazard, but they just fall back and not committing just yet, knowing that they've got a man advantage. But you've already got three players already. There's no one on A, and there's no one on A for either team. You got Netic inside of the connector as Malta's going to take down one before he's taken down. Netic's going to come in, and there's Rackham to find eight. And Netic find Brace. ASAP is going to find two more. PZ all of a sudden. So from a 4-on-3 down to a 3-on-1.
Yeah, they all gamble stacked A. PZ of the first, we get the second. Oh no, he just held the trigger. And Netic able to trade out here second round the board. But I was just going to say that B hold, given the fact there's only about 3 or 4 players, was very, very impressive. They've taken out every single Vertex player without any player going down. Like, there was no trades whatsoever from Vertex, which is very, obviously, unlike Vertex, not get a trade out of it, but Rooster very dominant. Very, very dominant.
Yeah, they've done well to stop the bleed coming out. As I'm going to say, just going back to that last buy, considering that they've only won, or at that stage they've only won one out of the 5 rounds, to still put 3 M4s and of course a couple of SMGs together to come away with that victory is pretty big in the overall grand scheme of things, because now they find themselves with rifles. Of course, ADK sitting there with an MP9. He's sort of been the nuisance monster player. With that MP9, he's able to to find a kill here and there and whatnot. But he's going to swap it out ASAP. And it's down to 6 HP and opting to swap that MP9 for the M4.
Yep, got to swap out this stage given the fact he's been heavily tagged up from Malta in the end. PZ just waiting to connect it. They don't have connector control, so PZ's going to be very careful because realistically Rooster could push short and rotate via connector and definitely could get a very, very crucial backstab actually.
Mm-hmm.
Now TJP just checking restrooms, going to throw over a HE towards short.
Oh.
TJP calling a rotate for Rackham. Could be careful here. He could be wandering into a deagle angle. TJP shuts down PZ. Doesn't see the second player yet. Rackham at Optimus. Flashbang's been thrown out. Thinking that's going to be a lot of players on towards long. TJP's got one, but traded out by Brace, but Let's get 3-for-2 trade in the favor of Rooster. Now, beautiful shot by Netic. Wallbangs Malta. Third round aboard for Rooster. Rooster hold. Now for the T side of Overpass, you generally want to get 6 or 7 rounds to have a successful T side. So VERTEX still in control of this map so far.
Yeah, they're yep, both teams are showing glimpses of what they can do on T and CT side things, but I'm sure both teams are going to be looking to finish up the half in the lead and make it just a little bit easier for themselves going into this, what would be the second half later on. But right now we're in round number 8. It is 4-3 in the way of VERTEX. TJP. Flash coming out, and he'll find one before Addict distrated him out with a Galil. And Rackham does a bit of damage, only 6 HP, but again, that's that wallbang through the sandbags, and Galil should be upgraded to an M4 for Addict.
Just gotta be careful when picking that up, because last time Netic pushed very, very high up into its lower tunnel, so it's gotta just wait for it basically. Malta makes a bit of noise. ASAP's gonna be, well, they don't know where anyone is on the site, but ASAP's gonna test, and they might wall bring and return here, VERTEX. Now VERTEX, we're still leaving Monster a bit unguarded. Has been flashed by his own teammate. Now ASAP's got a bit of an issue here, because he's got to guard Monster and guard Short. Takes out Malta. Now he's going to check towards Monster as well. 80k goes down. Great flash. ASAP just somehow stays alive during this. But he's in a lot of trouble, ASAP. They know he's in water. Great counter Molotov as well, trying to get ASAP out of this location in water and try and get something working. Netic should get the AWP shot on the shoulder. No, misses it. Overcorrects, actually. And he's being jiggle picked at the moment as well. Hazard should get that bomb planted. PZ shuts down Rack, and now ASAP at water. Yes, yeah. They were trying to dig out ASAP out of water for a very long time and just unsuccessful at it.
A couple of missed shots there from Netic too from Heaven. That was big in the overall grand scheme of things as well, because if he gets that kill, you put yourselves in a 3-on-2 situation. BZ should be able to get a free AWP here.
I'd say he missed one good shot, but that's it. Like the other shots were just not, they were like 2% chance of hitting basically.
Yeah.
But that first one, that miss wasn't the greatest.
So an AK upgrade to an AWP for PZ, and well, that saves a lot of money. And I'm pretty sure he was able actually to buy an AK for someone else on the team. It's looking at probably like Addict was a little less on the cash spending side of things, as we have a 5-3 scoreline. And it's just pistols and 5 cents, all USPs except 157 for ADK.
Gotta say, VERTEX really reading this now. Beautiful shot from PZ. Really reading this early aggression. Because, I mean, they've done it 3 or 4 rounds in a row. So you can see Hazard here as well. He's not checking these angles. Not checking these angles. He's not going super aggressively into that A area, because he knows Rooster love to push up into this area.
Yep.
And they've already gone towards B. However, Netic and Rackham, can they get a kill here? Well, this is going to set up VERTEX very well, getting a 6th round on the board on Overpass. And 5 rounds close, another round closer to me doing a shoey. But I don't think that's going to be the case. I think Rooster's going to get 5 or 6 rounds at least. Hazard shuts down Netic.
That was a very nice shot from Hazard. Rackham going to try and go in for the Zeus kill, but Hazard has none of that one. Hazard picks up 3. He picked up the final 3, while PZ, meanwhile, opened up with 2 kills on the AWP, and it was, other than a Deagle 5-7 and a Zeus investment for Rooster, it is a double round lead for VERTEX, 6-3. Again, this is more like the VERTEX on what we've seen on Vertigo. It was somewhat non-existent on Inferno, but it's nice to see, VERTEX showing that they're capable on putting 6+ rounds together on the T side of Overpass, and a heavily CT sided map.
Yep, definitely. Give me another timeout from VERTEX here. VERTEX generally do this when they win around dominantly, or capitalize on a team's mistake. They always pop the timeout out. feel like it's just letting Rooster stew on a potentially missed round, basically.
Yep. Wait for the timer to go down. We'll get into round number 10. And even if Rooster were to close out the final 6 rounds of the half to make it a 9-6 scoreline, you would think that VERTEX would be somewhat happy with picking up 6 rounds on the T side of Overpass, but still plenty of rounds left to go in this third map. And there is PZ to open up onto TJP, and Nade coming out. ADK does a little bit of damage. In fact, he gets spammed through the smoke by Malta. So 25 seconds in, we're in a 5-on-3, and Brace is coming in from short. You've still got Nedic and ASAP along with Rackham. In fact, they've all got 3 players over here, so they've stacked B, thinking that, well, if they can just push onto the site, but I'm pretty sure that they've seen all 3 players.
No, I think they're only seeing 2 at the moment. They may have heard another, but they can't confirm that it was the same player or not. That's why they haven't all rotated to A yet. Because it could have been the player that they killed, being of course I think it was a 80k. They can't confirm that he was that the FEMAS player, because obviously they didn't see what weapon dropped. But I guess see shortly that you're completely and utterly correct that there's 2 players on B.
We haven't really seen too many plays towards A. I gotta say, it's more been hitting that B bomb site and just crunching on the B bomb site when coming through short and coming through monster. And the fact that we see Rooster have 2, 3, 4 players over on that site, the fact that they're not able to hold off means VERTEX have come into this third map with the mentality, well, maybe they embarrassed us a little bit on Inferno. Now it's time to show and put this rivalry not so much to bed, but just put another notch on the belt of VERTEX, trying to get this win. As we have a 7-3 scoreline in favour of VERTEX, and again another buy coming out, or should be a buy coming out. We of course had Nedic saving that AWP ASAP with an AK, and realistically probably could drop a FAMAS over. You could probably have a couple of MP9s in what we've seen so far from a couple of the Rooster players, but it looks like they're just going to go with the 5-7 and try and keep everyone's money right around that $2,000 mark. And I mean, even if they lose, they're close to.
I've got to note that Rooster have been a bit more conservative with their force buys. They have been taking the half buys here and there. Double HU grenade going to the graffiti area, and it's going to nail rack him. But Nedic will trade back with the AWP, taking down Brace. I think he was in Monster in the end, was he? Yeah, he was. And Malta just examining the angle a bit more. But I don't think he's going to be able to get a trade frag either. He's just hoping that Rooster were a bit more greedy. Oh, Hazza catches TJP just lurking in the restroom, wasn't sure which way to look. Now, ADK doesn't trust it though. He doesn't trust Hazza lurking around in the restrooms to think this is going to be an A hit. He's correct about this, though, I reckon, because given the fact that VERTEX have mainly hit B, now ADK can get a flash for him as well. No, he's just going to be charmed out by Malta. And ASAP, jeez, he's got just too much to aim for. And Nedic is just on the A site by himself. Should be round number 8, and I'm getting a bit nervous, I suppose.
So
if I was a Rooster player, I would be even more nervous. No, it happens at the half. I've just got to find it, that's the main thing. Yeah, they should get a kill here.
Yep. And now obviously the jig is up by now, as you can see, VERTEX, they're already on the hunt. They've already left the B bomb site, knowing that that there's no chance of him going out to of course ninja defuse that one, and they're just trying to save that AWP, I think, for the 3rd round in a row. But PZ has none of that one, and will take him down once again. And you go back, I think it was 3 rounds ago when PZ had that AK over towards the long bathroom side. Nedic basically gave him a free kill. Took a little bit of a spray there from PZ to get that initial kill, but once he's had that AK upgraded to that AWP, PZ's look really, really strong.
VERTEX of 1.5, which is going to be very problematic here for Rooster. Rooster, I guess they'll probably have to try and recover at this stage, and hopefully they can pull off one of the coveted T-side halves to try and get themselves back into this game. As I said, Rooster's biggest problem has always been their CT sides. Always been their biggest problem.
Well, let's see if they can figure something out here late in this first half. Again, as you've already said, VERTEX have managed to win out the half, and they've still got 4 rounds left, or 3 and a bit, if you want to get technical, but it is 8-3. Again, winner will go on to the upper bracket. The loser will fight for their tournament life in the lower bracket, which will again feature a best of 3.
I wonder if anything has finished yet. Oh yeah, Encore have lost 2-0, so we're versing Encore, and the winner of this will be versing Greyhound. So those are the next games happening at the moment, because Encore and Greyhound just finished. I just gotta feel bad for Encore there. They lose the most disappointing scoreline, 16-14, which is the unfortunate. But anyways, ASAP should get a first, might get a second here. He does. Will be traded out by Malta. A 2-for-2 trade onto that B bomb site, and Rackham's gonna take a bit of damage, but he can't really intervene yet. But they've actually got a really good retake crew coming in here. PZ, gonna be hard to nail that shot. It's gonna be a 2v3. Brace takes down Rackham, and that's going to be huge because they know that players have to come from short or come from Monster. TJP sniped by Malta, and now Nedic in a very tough 1v2. He's going to look to his left and his right. He's not sure who's going to peek first. Peeks Brace, and Brace just tears off his head. Knife around the board for VERTEX.
Yeah, I was going to say that would have been tough for Nedic. I couldn't see him winning that one when they had a crossfire established. Well, and truly is. You get one, and that was probably about all that you were going to get. It would have to be a complete 180, but nonetheless, it is a 9th, and again, we see VERTEX. This is almost like what we've seen on Vertigo. They're just everything that they do is, it is the right call. Fast play out towards Monster.
Just have to get prepared a bit because of the inevitability at this stage. This will be 10. Thanks that with the deagle. Can't really do much. TJP, can he do a lot? Nedic is just doing a lot of damage, but not getting a kill. But TJP with a killer blow, but he's been traded out too. And like I say, Nedic's got them all very low. Brace is going to the outside. It's going to end little Nedic's reign of terror. I think Nedic's... he's going to realize how surrounded he is in just a few moments.
So can we see a knife come out potentially?
Yeah, I was going to say, I wonder when Brace is going to push and go for it. Nah, I think Nedic's well aware.
Yep. I think he's just trying to get out of harm's way right now. They don't want to go down to the bomb. Like, Nedic is going to get none. Malta's going to take him down, so... There we go, 10
rounds on the board for VERTEX.
So, you said if they get 11. So, if it ends up 12-3, do you still do the shoey?
Yeah, I said they won't, no team will get over 11 rounds on Overpass on T-side, because T-side's very difficult on Overpass. And all I'm going to say now is Roosters make it a slightly bit easier for VERTEX. Yeah, I reckon it could be a bit of a conspiracy, mind you. Okay, bit of a conspiracy. Yeah. They're just doing it to make me stew, make me eat crow. Nah, I reckon VERTEX is having a very, very good T-side. It's just really odd, as you said before, like they're not hitting A, but yet every single time they're successful on B. And I think it's their ability to yank control on A, and then really build up to be A hit and flow through connect and catch these B players off guard. But also as well, I'm gonna say a mixture of that is that they're losing the Angels on B. Simply put, I mean, and also they're not. You look at Monster for example. Monster's unsmoked, and Malta's just creeping in there every single time and getting a couple of kills every single time. This sort of stuff, like. Great work by ASAP there. Great work. That sort of things that really shouldn't be happening, where they can get onto the site via Monster like that. But ASAP, good recovery there as well. And I think ASAP's won around there, reinforcing it. And they've got a double smoke set up here as well.
Yeah, well, it's going to be very difficult for VERTEX to get into this site. They're at 2-man disadvantage at the moment. You got Hazard with the AK-47, who again has been playing very, very well back to to what we said earlier on in this best of three. And PZ, again, we know what kind of player he is, especially with that AWP. He's actually doing it with the rifle. Hazard is going to go down to ASAP. Meanwhile, ASAP's found 4. He's actually looking for the ace, but again, you don't want to give
Ace?
any
Sir?
free. Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, I like what you did there. Although I think they're just going to let him survive. Nope,
No
ASAP's going to
longer
get taken down.
ASAP.
Yeah, now he's just ASAP.
Ooh, PZ gonna go for the ace. Nah, he probably isn't. He's got the AK, he's gonna get all one taps at this stage. He might get the bomb one though.
Did he get a bomb plant? No, no.
Nah. Oh, PZ.
Dies after time. Ooh, did he die after time, or was that right on
Doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Look at all the money they've got. So it doesn't matter if he dies before time or after time. Like I say, great. That round was basically sewn up by Ace Sap. Okay. Great 3k down monster. VERTEX was about to barrel down monster, and ASAP's just like, nah, don't. You're not gonna happen.
So 10-4. Final round of this first half in this best of 3 series between Rooster and VERTEX. Winner will go on to take on Greyhound. The loser will take on Encore, and both matches should be a decent way to cap off what is the upper and lower bracket in this IEM Dallas closed qualifier for OCE. Nedic is going to lose that opening fight to Hazard. He's actually trying to play the anti-flash and just got absolutely deleted by Hazard. And
yeah, he just acted before the flash popped off, and Nedic was playing anti-flash right away. He's heard it, but Hazard had already peaked. Now Malta keeping control of Connector, takes down ASAP, and Malta, I say, he's just been a menace on this lurk. Just an absolute menace, and he continues to be a menace. And looks like, you know, that 11th round is coming up, and Malta, dude, he's had an absolute ball on that B side lurk. Now Rackham, they've seen him, they're going straight to B. Okay, the moment they saw him, it's like, you know, back to B, and I think Rackham is well aware of where they're going now after they saw him on A.
well, this will be the 11th for VERTEX. I can't see Rackham winning a 1-on-4 and no kit, which means it just makes it a little bit more difficult. He may be able to get one, but I think that's about all he's going to get. But it's just taking too long to clear these out. And now it's just a case of just run out there and, well, jump out and see if he can get one. He gets one, and that's about all. He's going to get a second, in fact. There we go. 11-4.
I feel like Jamie, you know, Jamie, the CEO of VERTEX, I feel like him at the moment. Like every time, you know, you say something and you end up eating crow. Anyways, guys, like I say, great half from VERTEX. VERTEX really solidified in position here. Great T side. Nanas have to get it done to CT side. Little easy cruisy ride given the CT side map. But anyways, guys, we'll see you after the break. And obviously, I think I'm not sure if you'll see me do it, actually, but we'll see. Maybe I'll just do it full time instead. But anyways, guys, catch you guys after halftime. See you guys later. Welcome back, guys, to, well, the second half of Vertex v Rooster. Unfortunately, we had to delay the shoey because Vertex got 11 rounds on the T side to after the match, okay? Everyone's, like, disappointed now. Everyone's like, aww. You're trying to delay the inevitable, aren't you, Josh? I'm like, yeah, I know. And I can't believe they won 11 rounds on T side over Pass. I am, like, angry at them, but also happy for them at the same time. Angry happy, you know, Brett? Angry happy.
I do. And what is angry happy at the moment is Rooster trying to open up. In fact, they've got 2 kills on 2 Vertex and just struggling just a little bit. Bomb will go down. Malta only finds 1. Has meanwhile, in the meantime, Malta in fact going to find a second. Ray's coming in with the long flank. Malta getting pushed here. Malta found 3, looking for 4. Not going to get it. Nedic. Meanwhile, Nedic and Rackham, they both find the final 2 kills. Pistol round going in favour of Rooster, and well, the seesaw ride starts now. What do Vertex do here in the 17th?
I am happy that Malta held very, very well, but someone's got to check Brace's pistol. I don't think there was bullets firing out of that, okay? I think it was just fake, there were blanks at that stage. Because he really should have taken Rackham to the cleaners there. I think it was just fake bullets and Brace's gun at the stage. The gun was just for show. That's pretty much it, that pistol there. Because I think he only hit like 2 shots. And also, not to mention, he had the initiative, like, had the spring on Rackham there. Just couldn't believe it. But either way, Rooster got a solid 2k early on. Gone to the A side. Props to Malta there. He's having a great game so far.
Just trying to go back and have a look at the pistol. I'm pretty sure all the pistol rounds have gone, or maybe all but one have gone the way of the CT side. So I'm pretty sure it's been T-sided pistol rounds. What we're seeing for most of the night.
Yeah, T-side, not CT side.
Yeah, T-side, yes, correct. So, yeah, we got a couple of scouts, in fact. PZ and Brace both with a scout apiece. A couple of deagles, and there goes PZ. He's going to get absolutely deleted here by ASAP. Brace is going to come in from bank. He may spotted 1, in fact, maybe spotted 3, and they will charge on to the A site. So I'll get the plant, and it'll be a 6th round for Rooster.
I'm actually, like, super surprised there that, first of all, ASAP peeked into a scout like that and won over 1 tap. And secondly, Brace didn't hit a single person with that scout. Didn't hit a single person along.
Yeah.
Must have moved just before he shot it, because of course, he sees the free plays, just like, no crap button, just get the shot off and run.
Yeah. So, Rooster looked good in this second half again. Just around going the way of Rooster in this second half. Again, this final map between these 2 teams for the Dallas close qualifier. Winner will take on Greyhound, loser will take on Encore, and I believe...
You know, these 2 teams just gonna verse each other again, right, in the consolidation finals. Okay, I know. I'm probably cursed now that like Rooster or Vertex get eliminated this stage, but you know, I gotta make a big call. Okay, these 2 teams get versus each other in consolidation. Okay, they could be like, oh, you guys again.
I'm sure if it does happen, I'm sure we're be in for another 3-map thriller.
You know, I wonder, like, you know, at that stage, like, you know, when you've played the same team about 7 or 8 times in, like, close qualies and stuff like that, you know, is it just like, okay, we'll probably be versing this team, like, twice here, and, you know, just only prep for that one team at that stage?
Yeah, well, I mean, they've got to do their homework, you know, on the other teams, because they can't just think that, you know, they're going to keep versing the other team. Malta with a nice deagle shot onto Nedic, and there's a whole bunch of damage being done to Rackham and TJP, and now it starts to rain out, and the USP not going to be up. TJP fully blinded up will take down PZ. All of a sudden, there's still 3 players left over on the P-bomb site right now. Brace not committing just yet. Still up inside of A, I believe, jump spotting.
I'm gonna say, like, with Malta here, he's doing a very good job to say there's only 1 person on the site without revealing the rest of the gamble stack on the site. And in fact, the other player's doing a really good job as well on not revealing that either. And Rackham missing a lot of shots there, being punished. Now Brace with the scout. Now in a 1v2, if you can drop that bomb, it's huge. But I can say ASAP's been very aggressive on taking this. And I can say ASAP's really winning against these scouts. He's like got some good round by Rooster, but he's got some ability to just take on these scouts and crazy jewels and still win.
Yep. Yeah, that was Look, not gonna lie, that was getting probably a little too close for comfort there for Rooster. But in the end, they managed to hold off, and now we'll see the rifles coming out for Vertex. You got the AWP on PZ as well. It's not a whole lot of utility, but probably enough to get going in the early part of this 19th round. 7-11 or 11-7. It's been 3 rounds in a row for Rooster here on the T side, and PZ takes down the Rackham towards Long. He's down to 14 HP and should be able to get away with his life. In fact, nobody, in fact, was pushed up towards Long. He was out there by himself.
Rackham is gonna be so unhappy. You know what happened with Rackham though? He legged him.
Ugh.
Yeah. Nothing's worse than legging a player. And Brace is somehow got 2k in connector. Brace was mollied out, and the bombs dropped in connector as well. But I'm not sure if Brace is aware of that. But Brace does get a lot of damage onto TJP as well. And they were all just lurking at connector because they know the bomb's in here. TJP has picked up the bomb. Paul just got a little unique angle here where he can actually jump, go up and down, like crouch, and see where the bomb is. And I think Molt's going to say the bomb's gone, so PZ, it's up to you. And like I say, Rooster realistically can still win this round. They take out PZ, it's a 2v2 dogfight on A.
It was just a little pot shot there as Addict is going to get taken down there by TJP with that rotation. Malta still sitting inside of the connector. Up on top of the dumpster is PZ, and Malta's probably got more HP combined than the 3 of them, but that's not going to matter because Nedic is going to take down PZ, and all of a sudden Malta now left in a 1-on-2 situation. They're going to go to the plant, and now Malta, I'm sure, would love to pick up this 1-on-2 clutch.
Yep, he's got opportunity. He's got a HE grenade in his back pocket. He's gonna view where either Nedic or TJP are and just chuck it there. Let's give it the hard part. He's gonna go to Optimus first. But he's gonna go for it to bank. Could get TJP here. TJP takes a bit of damage. And in the Nedic. Great round by Rooster. Great round by Rooster to take that site. They took down Addict. They made it a 2v2. Able to convert it out in the end. 2v4, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a 2v4. So the momentum starts to swing in the way of Rooster, of course. Vertex not hitting the panic button stations just yet. And there's again the potential for this to go the entire distance. Probably wouldn't be out of the ordinary if it did go the distance, and maybe a potential overtime that may loom. But we're still going to get through these final hand round. A wallbang from Nedic onto Addict, who was playing over towards the sandbag area.
Could be a bit scary here for Vertex at this stage. It's gonna be, 9 rounds on the board. Gonna win a gun round eventually. PZ revealing himself, just doesn't get the 1D going towards 80k. Well, Haz will find a bit more luck. They've seen Haz's arm. Haz is just gonna drop back. Is he ready for TJP at short? Brace, 1D's 80k. Spots Nedic, but just the jump spot was a bit too high. They've gone down to B. I think they saw the second player as well. Malta rotating across, bomb being planted.
Well. This second half, in this final best of 3, is proving the goods. Rooster, again, they just look like a totally different side from what they were on CT, where they struggled to get things going, and now all of a sudden they find the pistol round, and they've now picked up what is 5 in a row. So Nedic going to get taken down here by Hazard. They should be able to retrieve an AK of some sort. They might be, in fact, able to retreat more if they're getting pincered in here. ASAP coming in with one, and we'll find not the second, because TJB will in fact find that one. So 11-9 and just 2 round difference right now between these two teams. Vertex, this is their 3rd timeout, and again, I said it earlier that they need to keep those timeouts because I think they'd burned up 2 timeouts in, I want to say it was 8 rounds, and this is exactly what I was sort of what I was referring to. If Rooster get on that roll,
Hmm.
and since they've got on that roll, they've really put the foot on the throat of Vertex, and now all of a sudden Vertex find themselves struggling for answers. They just can't seem to do anything.
Yeah, I guess say Vertex haven't been able to hold the sites either. Like, they haven't been able to only hold any map presence or anything like that. Probably was going to be discussed at the moment as well. And, Rooster looking to win 11 rounds on T side Overpass as well at this point.
Hmm. So is that a double
I think,
shoey if they get
nah.
11? No,
Nah, I said
just the
one
one.
team. But I was also going
Okay,
to say as well,
righto.
Vertex, they have not won a CT round so far. This is a CT sided map. Not sure what they can
20%.
really do to pincer in Rooster. Well, Hazard starts off taking down 80k.
Hmm. 20% of the rounds have been won on CT.
Mm-hmm.
For a CT sided map, that's, I mean, I'm no good at numbers, but I'm pretty good at those numbers, and that's not a good stat to have. But we'll see if
Mm-hmm.
Rooster can break the backs of Vertex and potentially put this to what could be an 11-all scoreline. If they get this one, they still need to get the 10th first before what should be of a pistol armor buy for Vertex. Of course, they'll be on max loss money bonus, so they might even buy up after. But don't worry about that. We're still going to get through what is the 21st round. They now start to push outside of Monster, Nidic and Rackham. They both find a kill. Each Brace getting flashed off. He'll have to fall back. And he's going to get absolutely deleted by TJP. And coming out as Hazard. Molotov forces him back. And now we have double digits for Rooster.
Yeah,
Just,
basically, Vertex couldn't do anything. They were just basically out-aimed. I mean, the Addict had to hold short. Like, basically they didn't have a position at short. Addict had to hold short, and he just had to depend on his teammate not to get basically pinged out, just like he did while
yep.
trying to hold Monster. It was a really difficult hold, actually, for Vertex on D.
Oh, PZ going to miss that shot. Little jiggle peek there. As he's going to watch. See if they can get out of this one, because TJP is going to flank them, and TJP not going to get any more kills. In fact, that all he has us, so they managed to somehow survive with the AK and the AWP, take him into what is the 22nd round. And now all of a sudden, I should come back out for Vertex. There's enough money there on Hazard and PC to drop some over, and that's looking like that's exactly where we are going to go. In fact, they're just going to choose to go with the pistols.
Hmm. Well, I guess you can use a hero AWP and hero AK. If you get any kills, they can pick up a rifle. Now, Haz is going to hear that 80k did push that Molotov as well. He's going to be somewhat aware of it.
Grace trying to bait out some bullets there from ASAP, but ASAP not going to give up. And that T was inside of Connector and has an element of surprise. Will get deleted from the 22nd round, and Rooster just 4 kills away from tying up this scoreline at 11 apiece as Brace gets taken down by 80k. The site is well and truly wide open as Malta coming in from the back. We'll see if he can take down 80k with the Deagle. Pretty sure he spotted the shoulder. PZ meanwhile is going to take down ASAP, but it's 1-for-1 trade across on the board. Bomb goes down, and 22nd round is about 35 seconds away from ending. And Josh, 11-4 to 11 apiece.
Yeah, because say Addict does pick up an AK, which might help for the next few rounds. But Rooster, impressive T side so far. 7 rounds on the board, and really no response at all from Vertex. Not to mention they've lost their AWP now.
Mm-hmm. Malta, just looking at the kills, Malta 21 has a 19. You got 80k on 19, ASAP on 18, as TJP is going to find one more to put himself on 16. So you got Rooster spread out quite a fair bit. As the other side of things on Vertex side, it's you look at Malta on 21 kills, Hazard on 19, and then you got Brace, Addict, and PZ who are probably lacking just a little bit. And we spoke earlier on in the program about Addict, and he had 2 fairly good games, and now the third one maybe just not going his way. But anyhow, can Rooster, can they take the lead for the first time in this map.
Oh, with that nade set up, well, looks like Vertex taking a bit of a lead early on. Kinetic secured it first. He does take down Nedic. That was one of the players tagged. TGP's been hit by a nade as well. Another HE grenade going in. The utility's looking pretty good for Vertex here. And if Vertex don't win this round, I just don't know what else do they need at this stage. Given the amount of utility that's just been so on point.
Yep. I mean, this started from the get-go. You know, it was just this 23rd round, that the utility damage coming out from Vertex. Surely they do not lose a 2-on-5. ASAP's down to 10, ADK's down to 34, so that combined they're less than half HP. It would be an absolute kick in the guts if Vertex managed to throw this one away.
Just playing for time here. Probably the sensible option here is just, you know, just grind out the time. You got the man advantage. Don't need to needlessly go in for a peek at this stage. Make Rooster beat Onus. Like, you know, Onus back onto Rooster.
They're already calling for the save. You can see ASAP just clearing out behind him, and again, they can save the weapons into the next. I mean, there's plenty of money across the board for Rooster, and this is the first round that we've seen Vertex win on the CT side. And I mean, it all started with the utility damage done inside the first 20 seconds of the round. So,
yeah,
Vertex not going to give up the lead just yet. They go back in front, 12-11. But desperately a round that they needed to win.
They actually pick up some. I think they picked up one of the AKs, and I was gonna say Brace almost lost his M4, but I think did he Brace use his M4 in here? No, I didn't. He kept it. Sorry, he had his USP out. So like, oh, did he drop his rifle towards the end there? But they get around on the board. We're gonna say Vertex, that utility, once in a round utility, I suppose, given their rate, because I don't think they've hit that much utility damage at all this match to that point. In fact, it's probably more utility damage than they had for their entire CT side at this stage. Now, Brace firing towards Connector. Basically, I think Rackham was tagged up then. I don't think it was Rackham, actually. I think Rackham was tagged up by a nade. It was actually ASAP. Yeah. Well, ASAP's now being heavily tagged up by Connector now. Brace finally gets his, he might get it for Kobe here, because ASAP's got to go back. But ASAP's got to be very careful. I think they jumped spot and saw him in Connector, so ASAP's got to be very careful. Hazard's being caught. I think Hazard's got a bit of a jewel to set up here, but it's going to be a 1-for-1. PZ's under a bit of trouble. He's checking down Long. Seeing him on the flashes are coming in for Long. Neck takes a bit of damage, but they do shut down Brace in the end. Quick chuck of a nade, and Nedic has to push forward and does take down PZ in the end, but Malta able to steady the flow, gets a second, can he get a third? He does get a third in the bomb, and now basically Malta's trying to back off, but shut down by ASAP. Now ASAP's got to plant the bomb somehow, doesn't know where Addict is at the moment. Addict in a 1v1. ASAP at this stage, thinking this Addict's coming up Long. Addict checking the site, ASAP's not looking either. And ASAP, will he find Addict's not paying attention? May have... No, wouldn't have seen him.
No, it's a big brain play here by ASAP.
Yeah.
Sure, you can't go to B. There's no time, so you look at 10 seconds. The bomb has to go down, and he will get the bomb down. So now the jig is up. Addict knows that the bomb is A, and now it's a 1-on-1. Just 4 HP.
Where does he go? That's the bone part for ASAP. Where does he go for a post part? Oh, jeez. Addict. Not checking the back of sight. I'm going to say, they really... Addict really outplayed himself there at the moment. I was going to say, like, where does ASAP go for a post plant there? Because in that scenario, it's very difficult for him to go to a post plant scenario because he's not sure whether Addict's coming from Connector or coming from CT. And he comes the 4th time out there. And I think Vertex not going to be too happy about that one.
No, they really squandered that one. But...
Yeah.
Well, 12 apiece.
Maybe we couldn't see it from Addict's POV. Maybe Addict did check back of sight and just ASAP wasn't in that frame. Because we only got it from ASAP's POV. Maybe, like, didn't see it.
Well, ASAP was tucked tucked in towards long. So even if he did clear it out,
Yep.
he would have really had to wide swing on the fence. And even then, I still don't think there would have been
Yep.
enough pixels to
Yeah.
see him. So, ASAP really played that one well. Um, yeah, that's a tough break for VERTEX to lose that one. And like I said, big brain from ASAP to win that one. Considering that he only had 4 HP up against that 100 HP player, that was a big round to win. And now all of a sudden, what could have been a 13 to 11 now finds it 12 apiece.
Yep. Got a buy here. I think that's probably the time I was discussing was like, do we go for a buy or not? Rooster's surging at this point. They also got a bit of a bank behind them as well, which means VERTEX, if they really want to win this map, they've got to beat down at least 2 to 3 gun rounds.
Mm-hmm.
And for Rooster, it's a lot easier. I mean, they win this one, they get to 14. Only really like 2 gun rounds at max.
Yeah, it's
So Rooster going well at the moment.
yeah, VERTEX don't somehow find a way to stop Rooster's onslaught here on the T side of Overpass. I dare say we're probably looking at a 16-12, maybe 16-13 at absolute best for Rooster, and putting VERTEX down in the lower bracket to take on Encore. So I'm sure that they would love to stop this one, considering that VERTEX have really been on a roll the last couple of months. So
They're in a very close one here at the moment as well. I think Rooster should be going for a B execute here. ADK gets the first. How can they get the rest?
Molotov.
Yeah, he did actually.
TJP threw a Molotov and missed the Molotov. It was meant to molly off the toxic barrels, but Addict, not even good for one. And they just get swarmed, and all of a sudden, the save is already up. The bomb goes down, and Rooster, for the first time in this third map, they take the lead.
I've got no words at this point for VERTEX. Like, just nothing went their way. The fact that the large points of damage they got was on Rackham from the MP9 player. Realistically, I gotta say, like, he was alive a lot longer than he should have been.
Yep.
But, VERTEX have got no timeouts as well. So, this is gonna be an interesting scenario for this 13th round or 14th. Brace might be able to get a kill here, actually. TJP's gonna be careful. Now, PC's got 2 so far. Netic should trade, and does, but Brace has picked up an AK. But I don't think there's any AWPs nearby.
PZ lost the AWP, and there's no money to buy. He's at 40. He's at 4,500, so he can't even rebuy the AWP. And do you go for the hero AK play, or do you buy around it?
Yeah.
Looks like
But that's what I was thinking. I was like, do you go for like trying to save on 14? Like trying to go for a save for 14 and get a gun round and get your best gun round you possibly can on the CT side. I'm going to say probably back that opinion as well, actually.
Yep. So it is up to VERTEX to try and find their way. Try and find their way back into this game. It has been, the second half has been all one-way traffic in regards to Rooster. They're already pushing up long. There's still 4 players towards long. Hazard and the Deagle. No good. TJP at long range. Then all of a sudden Brace comes in with the AK. Flash towards long. It's going to find one. It's going to find 2. And the pendulum swings once again. 3 on 3. Meanwhile, Attic is going to save Brace. Shot to the head to ASAP. And now it's a 3 on 2. And now they hit the brakes and now they run back. And you would think that they head back towards B. Or do they try and go for the big brain play and wait for VERTEX to maybe over-rotate, and they just sit for the moment. They're probably going to hit this site late and just let the questions come in for VERTEX. Just under 40 seconds to go, Josh.
I was going to say they all lined up there, and that allowed Brace to slice them to pieces, basically. Brace actually even tagged up TJP as well. So now we've got an idea that he's on long. To be fair, they probably expected that he's on long. Netix goes down as well to Brace, and Brace is, I believe, gets a big 4K, but I don't think they'll get too many weapons out of this. They'll get 2 AKs and that's it. And VERTEX have won a round really against the run of play, but it's just due to that hero flash, I believe, from Addict as well. that flashed every single player. They lined up. Brace gets a 2k. May have got a third kill as well. And also, Addict stopped ASAP from pushing on to Brace to trade as well, which was critical. And I gotta say, Rooster really blew a huge opportunity to just put VERTEX on the brink, depending on one gun round. And now, Rooster, like, they have to win this round, I gotta say, and then VERTEX. You know, now it's a 50-50 again, I'm gonna say, between these two teams. It was Rooster favored earlier since they had a bit of a bank. But now they've donated a bit of weapons to VERTEX.
Yes, it's certainly 50-50 at the moment between these two teams. It could go either way. Meanwhile, PZ was fully blinded up, took a shot to take down TJP. And VERTEX, for not too many times in this second half, they find themselves with the man up. There's still plenty of time left for Rooster to cut into that man advantage and do some more damage. As other than Addict and PZ, they're the only two people that have got money. So they lose this one. It's a question that do you go for that buy? Rackham somehow survives a leg shot from PZ. Malta meanwhile is going to take down ASAP.
I'll tell you something worse. That was a wall bang, not a leg shot. It was a wall bang. It's even worse. And that's unfortunate. Like, he clipped the edge of the short wall. He would have had Rackham dead to rights there. Oh.
There's no utility left for VERTEX either.
Yeah, there isn't. There's just flashes and that's it. Or no smokes and mollies, that is. Just flashes.
Nope.
So it means Rackham should just basically walk into the B site. Problem is they've not found a single VERTEX player yet. And this is concerning because they're trying to get into the site. Ooh, Malta just cleans out Rackham and he's just like, yeah, we know you're here now. Now Addict will keep peeking. Great flash by Malta. Well done. Great flash by Malta there. And that's why Malta, a veteran, makes a 14 for VERTEX. I gotta say, great job by Rooster making that round, competitive there, given the fact that, PZ, got an early pick on TJP, your best entry. Yep. Now, obviously, the favoritism to the end, obviously, with VERTEX, having 3 players up, they still made a pretty decent round of it, Malta got a very, very slender sort of shot on that angle there, because normally you don't look down that angle, and Malta, he was able to thread that needle. But, you could have easily been Rooster getting that plant on B.
Well, 28th round. 2 rounds away from VERTEX. And trying to pick up this best of 3. Rooster need to find 3. Otherwise, if we end at 15 apiece, we're going to be sent to overtime. Nade there is not going to do any kind of damage to the Rooster players, as Mulder up on top of the toxic barrel should be able to take down Netic, but in comes the flashes and whatnot. He'll fall back. Little flash coming out from Addict as now they start to swarm onto B. Malta still playing around this smoke at the moment, just toying with him. One of the Tech 9 of Rackham. And they haven't even really gotten into sight. They're just sort of playing around monster area.
Yeah, I've got to say as well, basically they've rotated VERTEX here. They're convinced that's the execution to the B bomb side. They'll be right about this as well. Brace has sneakily just tapped TJP on the side, taking them out. And 80k and Ace, I've got to say, as you said before, they're taking too long. I do agree with you. You said it, they haven't got action on the B bomb side. It took about 30 seconds to get on, onto it. And that's allowed VERTEX to rotate over, and the element of surprise of the Tech 9 rushing in has just all fallen apart. And I've got to mention, your man, the Malta, you mentioned him earlier, great work on playing around that smoke for as long as he could. He was just buying time to allow Hazard rotate over, PZ rotate over. Now Bruce are going to go to A. VERTEX have
a big job here.
Yeah, they will get him to A and they'll get the bomb plant. This could be a 2v4 retake, and it could be a hold as well, because there's no one contesting it. So they've got a free plant here, Rooster. Sorry, I think we've talked too soon. This could still be around.
Yep, and a very big round in the grand scheme of things. VERTEX, Rooster, retake 2-on-4 situation. ASAP's only going to find 1, and PZ and Hazard will both take down ASAP and
maybe
ABK.
not.
That will put them, anticlimactic.
Maybe not. Maybe I spoke too soon. But free plant like that. They've got multiple areas where you can hold post plants as well. Whether it's on Optimus, whether it's short, whether it's long. There's a lot of areas that Rooster could get 1 or 2 kills there. In fact, almost there. ASAP had 2 of those players lined up, but he's only got 1 before he got traded out.
Yep.
That could have really turned on its head.
that bomb
Yeah, as
plant, the
well.
extra $800, that's obviously they were at $2,400. So their buy,
Mhm.
because they basically used up all their money, so their buy would have been pistols in this round.
Mhm.
But the fact that they were able to get the free bomb plant obviously meant, allowed them to get a couple of AKs of Galil. They've still got obviously the Tech 9 and the Deagle to work with, but it is 2 match points for Vertex. They are 2 rounds away, potentially 1 round away, which is 5 kills from ending this one and putting themselves up against Greyhound and sending Rooster down to play Encore as ASAP tagged down to 57 HP, 80k is already down to 35. So your 2 AK players are already between half and low HP.
Jeez, not a good start from them at all.
80k's thrown the AK over to Netic, by the way, and they've switched, so
Yep.
probably the right
Yeah,
move considering that,
understandable.
80k's only 7 kills so far in this game. It's not the game that he
Mhm.
would have liked to have had. It's this game has been back and forth. This game's been heavily T-sided to say the least. So
Oh, definitely, most definitely.
I think PZ just spotted one out just then for that jump spot.
Mhm. DPG does a bit of damage as well. Easy goes for the fire.
Oops.
See if he can get anything down. Trying to get onto site. PC gets the first. This is pretty much over at this
That's
point.
it.
And
That's it.
Vertex is going to dig out an extra first set of rounds. I was going to say, I felt like Rooster were going to win that, to be honest. And, well, you know what we're waiting for, guys, okay? Since Vertex got 11.
So should we now just to clarify for the people watching, it is not. I believe it's
Ugh.
not an outcome.